Hello folks, this video is about replacement of the impeller of a Cyclone Rake classic model. Of course they're all the same essentially, just different sizes. I noticed that there isn't that much information out on YouTube and the internet in general on how to do this, so here is my how-to. So basically the impeller is shredded in pieces. As you can see inside there, the blade is literally torn apart. Okay, so it's missing chunks and everything. Before I ordered parts, because it's not really clear on their website as to what exactly you get with the impeller, I wanted to see if this one would actually come off the shaft. So in order to do that, let me get my flashlight back in here. I took the screw out from the middle, and then as you can see there is an additional thread there on the impeller itself. Right there, and basically by putting a nut, a bolt through that bigger thread, it essentially pushes against the shaft and the whole thing comes out. So I then ordered the parts, and what showed up is an entire assembly. This is truly a waste. The good part is that this whole thing was only $115 again for the classic model anyways. And they send you the frame, they send you the entire housing with the impeller already inside, and then of course a bag of hardware to replace a lot of the hardware, as well as this long bolt here, which is used to actually extract the impeller from the shaft. There's even, it looks like, a new bolt here for the final assembly of the impeller on the shaft, and probably some instructions on how to do that. So the reason why they said that they send this entire thing in just instead of just the impeller inside here is for safety reasons. So obviously the impeller does come out by taking out this cover in the back, and that just simply could be replaced. But apparently for safety reasons, liability, I'm sure, they want to sell you the entire thing. Again, the good thing is that this whole thing with shipping was only $145, but it's just a waste, where the impeller is probably a $30 or $40 part. So I'm gonna get cracking here, and I'll show you perhaps a video in the middle. So basically what I need to do essentially is remove the engine from that frame, and everything else, the housing and the frame, is garbage, and the engine goes off onto the new housing. Okay, so step one is to thread these screws through the bottom of the impeller housing, and those will go on these two holes right here of the roller frame. Okay, next step is to bolt these two nuts down. There's a little block that goes inside the frame right here, and then they also provide the cap, so you just cap it back up. This bracket right here, I thought I had to take that off of the original rake, but it actually comes with a housing all pre-built, all pre-assembled as well. Again, more waste. Okay, next step is to remove the impeller, the old impeller, from the engine. To do that, again, use the bolt that was supplied. It goes right through the center of the impeller there, and as you drive it in, this will pull the impeller off the shaft. Okay, so this is the hard part. What they want you to do at this point is put the key on the shaft, and then which is supplied, there is a new key supplied right here. Then they are having you grease up the entire shaft with this copper grease that is supposed to prevent seizing. So there's also a little brush included, and I have to coat the entire shaft and the key with the grease. And then this is the part that needs four hands, where basically you have to mate the shaft to the propeller, making sure that you hold the key in the right position right there. Wow, I have to say that actually they went in like butter. Literally, you just line up the key on the shaft with the keyhole on the impeller, and it slides right in. There's absolutely no pressure that needs to be applied. So now it's a matter of putting in the engine bolts right here on the bottom, and then of course the bolt on the center of the impeller. Okay, one thing they don't tell you is that for the Tecumseh engine anyways, which uses this bracket right here to secure the header onto the housing, you have to put this nut in first before you put the engine bolts, otherwise there is just no room to get the nut in. You don't want to snug it up, you just want to put the nut in there so that it's just enough so that this has room to move, so that as you push the engine in there is wiggle room there. They do supply a tool that will then be used to tighten it up afterwards. Okay, so finally the job is done. The cover here, the safety cover, goes on last. And it's done. Overall, I have to say that I'm impressed at the quality of the new materials. The impeller itself is definitely more rigid and thick than the last one I had. They even provided tools which seem to be quality tools. Again, this is to secure the engine to the impeller. This is for the impeller bolt itself. And this is for two other screws that are inside the housing itself. So that's it. Hopefully this was helpful to you, and good luck.